Hi everybody, I'm back. Huh? Yes, I am. All right, again, first and foremost, we thank you, Father. Krishna's connection is because of you, Nugget. All right, so now I'm going to finish up. We was talking about basically, checking you out if you got a problem, and specifically, addictions. Check yourself. And start getting better. I know it sounds like it's just so simple, but actually, the steps that you take are actually really simple. You just do it. It's you got to want to. A lot of people say, willpower, and I've said this for years, and it's said all the time. We don't go by willpower, we go by want to power. So you got to want to get better, and that's that way with anything in your life. You got to want to. Willpower, if it was for willpower, we'd all probably had a lot done in our lives if we'd done it on willpower, because usually willpower is not the problem. We all got a lot of will to do it. It's the want to power. And we got to want to do something more than we want not to do it. We got to want to get better more than we want to stay sick, or just like we got to want, you got to want to. You have to have some want to power about you. Am I still going? Yeah? Okay. My ear thing was up. Okay. Oh yeah, we have to have want to power. Yeah. Well, if you look at it, there's a whole lot of people like, I'm going to use drug addicts and, just any type of addiction, overeating, just whatever kind of addiction it is. Whatever addiction is, gambling, just whatever addiction is. When we get out there and you really want to get your next fix, for instance, you get out there and you find a way to get it. You find a way. That's because you want it. You want it. Your willpower's there. You got some will, but you ain't got the willpower to say no, but you got more want to power to get it, to get that fix than you want not to. And it's the same way whenever you want to start getting better. Have you ever noticed whenever a drug addict, for instance, wants that next fix, or an alcoholic wants that next drug, a gambler wants that next fix there, that next thrill, the next feel-good thrill, or sex and whatever, you make a way to do that. If you haven't got no money, you do what it takes to get some money. You still lie, cheat, borrow, go broke, bankrupt yourself. But whatever it is, you will do it because you want to. You want to get that fix. You want to get that feel-good feeling that seems to temporarily fix things, temporarily make it just a little bit better, although you're not realizing whenever you're getting it, but it'll hit you again later that it gets better. It don't get better, you just added more trouble on top of it. It was just a little fix. It's still there, and even worse by the time you get out and get done. So, but that want to power is what's got you there. That want to power is what's got that next problem. Is that want to power is what's dug a hole a little bit deeper because you wanted something bad enough to get it. Now we're just going to turn that want to power around, and we're going to get that want to power going towards getting something that we need. You need to get better now. Okay, you got to want to get better. You got to want to get better more than you want to get sick. Stay sick. You got to want to be able to look in the mirror a little bit easier. You got to be able to want to walk into the door without your children having to run from you, or your spouse having to run because they're afraid, or without having to fight, or without having to try to make up some excuse, without having to lie because you spent the money that you're supposed to be going to buying the food with, you took and spent it, or because so and so's missing so much money out of their wallet, purse, or whatever. They're missing the money, and you know you got it, and you know you did, and they know you did, but you're still going to sit there and try to lie and tell them you didn't. All of that, or because somebody else is having to do your job as a parent, or they're trying to do your job, and then you're going to sit there and feeling so guilt and shame that you can't face up to what you're doing, so you're going to sit there and criticize and condemn them. And instead of facing the truth, you got to want to get out of them habits. You got to want to not to, you want to face the truth so you can start getting better. Quit lying to yourselves. Quit lying to other people. Start with not lying to yourself anymore. God already knows the truth, and He's made a way. He's made so many ways. You have a way to escape. Start with salvation. You be saved. Admit you got a problem. Get saved. It's everywhere. And you're looking because I see so many people that are like, well, I'm not out here on Skid Row or whatever. That's an example I'll use because that's the one I hear a lot, especially out of a lot of older people or higher class, older people, really older people. Well, I'm not out here on the streets doing this and that, but you got an addiction. Is it hurting you? Is it hurting your family? Is it costing you? Are you able to look into the mirror? Whatever it is, even if it's just, if it's any type of behavior, whether you want to call it addiction or just a habitual behavior that you're doing that's causing you shame and gossiping, just whatever behavior that's causing you to be ashamed of you, that's causing you to not to be able to look in the mirror, start working on it. Start getting fixed. Start getting better. Want to get better. Hey, you got a problem. Okay, now what are we going to do about the problem? Are you going to wallow in the problem, or are you going to get up out of the problem? Okay? You can either stay on the pity pot, get a ring around your butt, keep crying about the problem, keep a ring on your butt, or you can get off the pot, the ring start going away, and start walking, start talking, start having a life, start living a life. It's easy to make up your mind. It's hard to walk into it. And that's where your want to power comes into. You want to do it more than you want to stay sick, and you get up and you just start doing it. Just start doing it. Start putting your words into actions. That means start doing it. And as they say, if you don't want mud on you, don't get in the mud hose. Get away from the old playground. Stop the habit. If you see something's a weakness for you, move away from it. You don't hang around your friends if you know if you know the friend's gonna walk you through the mud hole. Don't go around the friend because they're not a friend. A friend don't drag you in the mud. Get away. Right now it's about you. It's about your family. It's about you getting better so you can be the better you for your family. You got one family. You got one chance in life. You don't get rewinds. You don't get redos. What's done's done. You can't change it. You can't change the past, but you can work in the present for your tomorrow. You can start having a tomorrow. You can start having a present. You can, but it's up to you. Because of you, God made a way. Because of you. Because He loved you, He made a way for you. And because of you, you need to love you. And because of you, you love others. But it's because of you, all of this is possible. This getting better is possible. The only one's going to keep you in a prison now is you. Nobody else can keep you there. Like the only one that keeps you in abuse is you now. You've got to get up and walk out. There's ways made. There's ways made. The only one that's going to keep you locked into that addiction now is going to be you. Into active addiction. You've got to get up and step out. Because you're worth it. because God made a way. He made the way because of you, because He loved you. Step out. Love you. Love you too.